In this video, I'll be talking about my experience at the hospital jail where I was kept 2 times in my life. Christmas this past year and Valentine's this past year for Baker Act, right? So they give you clothing, and one guy said to me, he was an inmate like myself, right? He said, "I feel like breaking your leg." I was stretching, and he walked up to me and he said, "I feel like breaking your leg," because I had my leg straight. And I just looked at him like, well, I was surprised. Like, he just walked up to me, and I had my other friend with me. We used to follow each other over there. He was the one that, I forgot what he practiced. It wasn't Tai Chi, but I think it was, I forgot what it was. He was from Hawaii, and he wanted to spend, he had gotten off drugs and he wanted to see his parents again, so he came to Florida. But they told him not to stay and they don't want to see him, and so he was walking when the police picked him up. He said, "I had walked 20 miles. So anyway, that same guy that wanted to break my leg, felt like breaking my leg. He didn't do anything though. I heard him on the phone, and he was talking to his mother, and finally he said, "Mother, stop lying to me," which is interesting. We all have something special with our mothers. That's why we're in there, I think. My opinion. But it could be, many of them are in there. Someone else told me it's because of their family. Their family puts them in there. Like, there was a senior citizen lady, and her only problem was that she wanted to hold hands with you, because nobody talks to you. You're not allowed to touch each other. You're not allowed to hug each other. And she didn't belong there. I got the phone call. I picked up the phone, that is, because it just rings, and whoever's nearby picks it up. I picked it up, and she said, "Oh, you want to speak with Norma, the old lady? I know her." And then I was like, "You're the one that put her in here." I didn't say it, but it was the daughter. "Oh, yes, the sweet old lady. I know her. Hey, hang on, I'll get her for you. She's the one in the wheelchair." She didn't need a wheelchair, but she was, I think, why would they give her? They gave her a wheelchair, whereas the other the other old lady that wanted a wheelchair, they didn't give it to her because they said you could walk. But Norma kept walking and grabbing people, and so they gave they gave her a wheelchair. Wow. Norma said, "Are you crazy, or are you just pretending?" Or did she say, "Are you acting? Are you an actor, or are you crazy?" Something like that. But it was a tough question. It was a tough question. Are you pretending, or are you acting? I forgot how she put it, but she put it, oh my goodness, that was a good question, because it was not an easy, "Oh, I'm acting." I'm not acting. So Cesar Millan says that he was coaching a clown, a real clown in real life from Cirque du Soleil in the Las Vegas scene or episode. And he said to him, you could have this nervous energy in your character and have a very calm energy for your dogs at home or for your when you're not working. Because he was the clown that he was portraying a clown that was scared in the story. And then Cesar Millan says every circus has many clowns, but there has to be one calm ringmaster. And so in this family, my family, my son is very calm, my daughter is very calm, the spouse is a hot reactor, I am a slow reactor. However, when I hear them laughing, I go in there and I separate them because I know that in a few minutes later, one of them will get hurt. And so I try to teach them to be, well, for one, look where they're going so that they don't slip on things, because sometimes there are shoes all over the place here. But even if you avoid those things, simple things. It's raining outside. If you go outside, when we do go, don't run. It's slippery. They learn the hard way. The kids. When you're teaching your kids to ride a bicycle, don't do it the way you learned, where you just got on your brother's bike and started going and going and going. Don't do it that way. Put pads on them, put helmets on them, because even my son, the athlete, did fall one time. And I went, ugh. He wasn't looking where he was going. And he knew how to ride his bicycle. And he's the one that I thought, well, he's the one that can teach the other kids, you know. And then the neighbor's kid also fell off the bike right there. She was just turning around. It's almost better if you take them one at a time and to the park where they can fall on grass. Because on the sidewalk, they're not gonna make it. They're gonna fall. All right, so back to the Bacharach place. This same guy that said he felt like breaking my leg, he had clothes. And he went to the garden and said, why is he wearing my clothes? Some of them are hot reactors. But you can tell their faces are, even their bodies look tight. But I could have been there naked. I don't care. I don't care about clothes. I just wanted to get out of there and have my freedom to be with my son. Well, since the daughter is in her room, and the spouse is in her room back then watching novellas, so like, and then the grandmother, my mother, is usually starting something. But I've noticed several times I caught them. They want to start something with me and I'm very serious. And then I listen to them, and sometimes I answer back like, I need to go to the bathroom right now, or I need to go to the garage and rest right now. And they just ask me to do dishes, or they ask me to empty the mop bucket, which that one I do. I do empty the mop bucket because otherwise my mother empties it in the laundry sink, and that thing gets clogged, and that's where I brush my teeth, and, and that's where I shave. Another reason to stay single or get married and get divorced, because when you shave, some women, they really don't like it that you shave in their sink. They're very possessive about the bathroom. In fact, I got all my stuff out of there because all I have is a toothbrush, toothpaste, and a shaving bottle of cream and the machine, the blade, and they are different. They have like 20 bottles of for hairspray and things, and earrings and but I mean that bathroom, you could really go with the whole arm, and you would grab many things. I don't even know, they do it differently. So that's another reason to stay single. But for your information, yes, when you get there at the place, they give you one of those hospital gowns. I got, I think, a green one. The air conditioning is on, too cold that December, so they gave me a sweater 2 days later. I didn't want to ask for it because I don't want to bother the guards, But then one of the guards saw me sniffling and he gave me a sweater. That was nice. He wasn't there the second time I went there. There's a TV there, but you don't have the remote control, so it's useless. The chairs are not soft like a sofa. They're not like this with cloth. No, they're plastic, and they're very difficult to pick up. Like almost like this sofa. There is no, like how you can pick up a table because you can grab it, but these chairs they're wide around, and the only way you could pick it up, a Shaolin master with strong fingers could pick it up because of the eagle claw or the tiger claw. But these things, they don't have you can't really pick up these chairs. And some of them are attached to another chair, so you got to pick up the whole row of chairs so that no one will throw them. The windows have that tiny, actually like mesh through the window, so you could break the glass, but you would still have that mesh, and then they would catch you anyway, so you get out of there. So that was about the clothes over there. There's nothing to do. There are some books, but very few. I'm talking about like 3 books. All right. And the TV's on all the time, which was really, that was the only thing that bothered me while I was in there. And the medications, because they say you got to take the pills. One nurse told me if you don't take them, eventually they're just going to inject them into you. And so with my religion, I said, no weapon against me shall prosper. And I took the pills, and then I was out like this. I couldn't even talk. I was in bed all day. I don't remember going to lunch, but I must have gone. And I must have gone to breakfast. Yeah, breakfast, yeah, because I didn't take them until 9 o'clock in the morning. So breakfast was before that. It is a horrible place and a beautiful place at the same time. If I would have been homeless, that would have been beautiful. And if I didn't have kids, that would have been great, because I want to spend my time with my kids. They're not allowed to visit you in there. You have visitors 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock or 6:30 to 7:30. But at the same time, it was far away, and the visitors, you're not allowed to have sex while you're in there. Not with any of the other people there, consenting adults. No. And you're not allowed to have sex. I didn't ask, but they said no touching, no hugging, and there were 2 that were kissing, so like they said, none of that. They were younger ones. But then I was looking, oh girl, what are you doing? Didn't you hear this guy talking about how many drugs he's taken last month or something? I mean, what kind of a dad is he going to be for your kids? But I guess when you have the hormones, you don't really care. And the best advice is to live alone. That's really the only way you can avoid being Baker acted by your family. Yep. So learn from my mistakes. Live alone. That's the only way. Keep a job because that's the only way you can keep your money, right? There's a video about this guy singing from Jamaica, and he was wonderful because, let me see if I can get him for you. What I liked about him was that he had, let me look at through the history, he was singing, preacher, I don't want to, pastor, preacher, I don't want to get married because right now I have a single account, checking account, and if I get married, I'll have to have a joint account. Let me look for him here. Where is he? I listened to him last night. He's a Jamaican guy, I think Jamaican, or at least that type. Lovindeer. Lovindeer. And his song is Married Life. Alright. This one's getting long. So take care of yourself. Be better than I am. Enjoy your life.